Today we're going to talk about an interesting movie, The Wizard of Oz. Even though this one does count as like a good old classic 1930s film, it's been around for many centuries, since 1939, by intro Glenn Mailer. As everybody knows that this movie existed from everybody's childhood. Heck, I remember watching this a lot more as a kid. Anyone that watched this film knows this was all classic, all, well, not black and white, but brightish yellow color and white. The story is basically plain and simple. Dorothy Gale lives in a barn with her family, and she wants to have more in her life and have adventures, like most likely before Disney princesses was a thing back then. Oh wait, Snow White did that a long time ago. And she sings that classic song, Over the Rainbow. Believe it, this movie has lots of songs, but this very first one is very charming, heartwarming, and sweet. To any young girl, young age now, listen to this song, oh, totally will have this song in their heads for the rest of their days. This song has been around for so long, it's almost 100 years old, since we're in 2020. This one is one of the most memorable songs of all time. Anyhow, the mean lady, which is basically going to be foreshadowing playing the evil witch, is to the west. That's later in the film, who catches her dog Toto. She runs away from home, and the stranger shows her a bit of magic, again a crystal ball. Oh, the horrible storm will come upon them.
What's she doing now? What's this? She's putting her hand on her heart. She's dropping down on the bed. Oh, no, no. It's small. This school's gone dark. Oh, you don't suppose she's...
And I gotta admit, this scene is very emotional too.
But what's this? I thought you were going along with me. Oh, no, I have to get to her right away.
She changed her mind and goes back home, and there was a horrible twister. When those parts knock her out cold. Oh, her family goes inside the shed where it's safe, but a tornado, what's it called now, sucks up her and her pet dog Toto. Oh, and we enter in the full color set. Now everything in the Land of Oz is very colorful and shiny. Now I gotta admit, these effects look pretty good, but back then before we got CGI now. Gotta admit, the settings and everything that looks like paint backgrounds and just everything made out of plastic and have random voices singing in the background is very memorable. We also get introduced by Gwen the Good Witch.
Toto? Toto's my dog.
And then they discover that there's a witch that got squashed from her house.
The Munchkins. They're laughing because I am a witch.
And there's the Munchkins, the tiny little people that are happy that the evil witch is dead. And they start singing it, of course, just to pad this movie being like 100 minutes long. And I gotta admit, this was a pretty catchy tune, too. And we get introduced by the other witch, which will be our main villain in this movie. And I gotta admit, as a kid, I find her pretty scary.
I thought you said she was dead. That was that Vista, the Wicked Witch of the East. This is the
Ooh,
Wicked Witch of the West.
scary.
He's worse than the other one. Who killed my sister? Who killed the Witch of the East? Was it you? No. No, it was an accident. I didn't mean to kill anybody. Well, my little pretty, I can cause accidents too. Aren't you forgetting the ruby slippers? The slippers. Yes.
Oh yeah, and she wants a ruby sweepers because I guess she would.
The only one that knows how to use them. There are no use.
It would be better in them and give her much powers, I guess.
Give them back to me. Give them back. Keep tight inside of them. Their magic must be very powerful, or she wouldn't want them so badly. You stay out of this, Glinda, or I'll fix you as well.
Also, I like this scene here.
Be gone before somebody drops the house on you.
Okay, I don't know why, but that's one of my favorite parts. That's when she looks up and she's like, "Oh jeez,
I'll buy my
I'm gonna get out of here."
lady. It's true, I can't attend you here and now as I'd like, but just try to stay out of my way. Just try. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
Okay, I gotta admit, that's the most greatest line she ever said. Anyhow, it's up to Dorothy Gale to rescue her life to go and visit the Great Oz while following the yellow brick road. And it's a magic catchy tomb. And hopefully I don't get copyrighted for this. Well, let's get to the point.
You did say something,
Part.
didn't you?
We also get introduced by other characters like the Scarecrow.
Or can't you make up your mind?
That's the trouble. I can't make up my mind. I haven't got a brain.
And yet he can talk. The Scarecrow is pretty cool too, because they know how to put makeup on this guy pretty well. It's very interesting. Unlike the one from Batman we got.
But maybe you better not. I've got a witch mad at me and you might get into trouble.
Witch? I'm not afraid of a witch. I'm not afraid of anything.
Anyhow, they go on their merry way. And she was about to get some apples because she's hungry. And like everything in Oz, is not what it seems. Trees are alive too, which is pretty weird.
I keep forgetting I'm not in Kansas.
Come along, Dorothy. You don't want any of those apples. Are you hitting my apples on what they ought to be? Oh, no. It's just that she doesn't like...
And he tricks the apples, trees, to force to throw apples at them, and either way, either journey way to find the Great Oz. They find a Tin Man that needs oil turning up. He explains that he was chopping trees down, and then it rained and he got rusty. And all he wants is a heart. He's a pretty cool guy too. The evil witch also offended some by trying to almost burn Scarecrow, but misses. And I almost forgot, they also sing a song. Off to see the Wizard of Oz. And they also meet the Lion, aka Cowrie Ryan.
Which one are you first?
What can I say? He's one of my most favorite characters in this movie.
I fight to stand on my
because he acted like Curly from the Three Stooges, which I'll get to another time.
Pulling an axe on me, eh?
In
Sneaking up on me, eh? Why?
fact, he reminds me of
Here, go away and let us
Chef
go.
from
Scared, huh?
what I just said, the Three
Afraid, huh?
Stooges.
How long can you stay fresh in that can? Come on,
I
get up.
love his laughter.
Just shivering junkyard.
I love his mouth
Put your hands up, you
movement because
lopsided
of
bag
makeup.
hay. Now that's getting personal, Lion. Yes.
Turns out he's a coward, and if they go visit a wizard, he'll give him some courage. And off they go. But the evil witch and uses her evil tricks, makes to put both Dorothy and Toto go to sleep, except for these two that are just live talking objects and it has no effect on them because of those pollens. Gwenda the Good Witch uses her magic powers to make it snow and wake them up. And they finally go to the Emerald Isle. Now I gotta admit, this Emerald Isle looks amazingly great.
Who rang that bell? We did. Can't you read? Read what? The notice. What notice? It's on the door, as plain as the nose on my face. Oh, oh. Bell out of order. Please knock. Well, that's more like it.
Okay, that's actually one of my most favorite parts of this movie too. Some of these parts actually make me chuckle every time. And there's like the munchkins and other things that make me chuckle on this movie having sense of humor in it. Anyhow, oh, we also get to the coolest part.
What kind of a horse is that? I've never seen a horse like that before. No, and never will again, I fancy. There's only one of him, and he's it. He's the horse of a different color you've heard tell about.
Like a chameleon, which is awesome. Now sing it if you know the tune. Yeah. I accidentally fast forward back to the beginning. Do 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 do. They also see the evil witch wants Dorothy Gale to surrender. Well, they won't give up so easy. They will visit the great, powerful Oz. We also get the song of him want to become king of the forest. But the guardian that knows about the wizard refuses. Says whether he sees them cry.
Don't cry anymore. I'll get you into the wizard somehow.
He feels bad for them. And we finally get to see the wizard. And I gotta admit, the special effects on that one looks awesome. The big kid floating in midair, like in the Superman movie. It said that wasn't invented yet, but you gotta admit, that special effect looked awesome back then. Fire, smoking, big floating head. They explain themselves that Dorothy Gale wants to go home, and then he gets a heart. Scarecrow gets the brains, and Cavalry Lion needs courage. And the rest they have to do is get the broom for the evil witch. Also, if you see closely, that Scarecrow is holding a gun. Now that is pretty neat. They even did that in the cartoon too. Which I'll get to another time. I'll explain the rest of this in part 2 of the Wizard of Oz. Oz movie. And because everything in this film is awesome. See ya.